Mr. Bean was feeling particularly mischievous one sunny afternoon. He wandered around the bustling park, his quirky green car parked haphazardly under a shady tree. Children were laughing, families were picnicking, and the ice cream truck was doing brisk business. Mr. Bean's eyes twinkled as he spotted the long line at the ice cream truck. He had an idea that would end with him getting the biggest ice cream cone anyone had ever seen. He shuffled into line, his face a picture of innocent anticipation. Upon reaching the window, he struck a deal with the ice cream vendor, promising a little extra if the vendor would make his ice cream as tall as possible. The vendor, amused by the strange man, agreed. The challenge was on. Scoops of raspberry, chocolate, vanilla, mint, and strawberry piled higher and higher, teetering precariously. By the time they reached the 10th scoop, the entire park was whispering and pointing at the towering ice cream cone. Mr. Bean's face beamed with pride. However, getting it back to his picnic spot was another story. He wobbled carefully through the grass, the enormous cone attracting envious and shocked stares. Suddenly, a mischievous dog darted out of nowhere, eyeing the ice cream. It leaped at Mr. Bean, who spun around trying to keep his balance. The dog, however, was persistent, and the more Mr. Bean dodged, the more the dog hopped and barked. Eventually, Mr. Bean slipped on a stray banana peel left by a picnic goer, sending the massive ice cream flying into the air. It spun and twirled almost in slow motion before landing squarely on the head of the statue in the center of the park. The whole park erupted in laughter, and even Mr. Bean couldn't help but chuckle at the sheer absurdity of the situation. The dog, now licking up the melted remains, looked utterly satisfied. Mr. Bean, his clothes and face smeared with all flavors of ice cream, gave a small embarrassed bow before hurriedly retreating back to his car. He learned a subtle lesson that day: sometimes, the simplest pleasures, like a single scoop, are the best. With a glint of mischief still in his eye, he drove off, the park's laughter echoing in his ears.